Hey everyone, this is Siva from Pickleball RX. Today, like I said before, we got the shipment of the new paddles, brand new paddles, Hurache, Vapor and Pegasus of 11SIX24 Power Alpha Pro Power paddles. And me and Don today we hit with these paddles, and here are first impressions. So I played with Hurache-X. I like using hybrid paddles. So it's your standard 16.5, 7.5 inches. The paddle felt really good, spot on. I really didn't need any more time to get in. I was dialed in right away. I was able to hit the balls pretty good. Things which I felt are really different from the paddle what I use is the pop is crazy, power is crazy, and spin. The grip is really good. So I was able to put a lot of slice and top spin on the paddle. My serves were faster, but the control was amazing too. So I was able to reset and think, pretty consistently without missing any shots. But again, this is just first impressions. I still need to play with it for a longer time, kind of to see how long I need, to get adjusted to it, and also how long the grip is going to last. So like we said before, this is our first impression. It's not the final review. We'll get the final review later. And Don, I think, played with Pegasus.
Hey guys, so this is Don from Pickleball X, and today we are fortunate enough to test out these new Alpha Pro paddles from 11SIX24 here. I actually got to play with the wide body today, more so. I started out with the elongated version, but as I picked up the wide body, I'm not a player that usually uses this shape, but man, it played easy. It played well. I picked it up pretty quick. Coming from a EULA Pro 4 paddle, I thought this was actually just as poppy, but with more spin compared to the EULA. So in that department, it definitely felt good. Coming from a tennis background, a lot of spin. I like it. I like it a lot. Control, I felt it could be the same from the EULA. That's just my comparison, but also my game. But overall, pretty easy paddle to pick up. A lot of pop, a lot of spin. That's what I like about this paddle. It's where it shines the most, I think. And with the wide body, super big sweet spot. Easy to use, easy to handle.
Yeah, I think, these are for pre-order, right? $199, something like that. So I think the power is so good in these paddles. Yeah. I mean, my overheads are killing it. There's no way.
Right.
They couldn't pick it up.
Slides off the ground.
Oh yeah, yeah. I would say
it's
amazing.
Slides.
So I did actually play with Vapor 11SIX24 Power Series. It was okay. Honestly, I didn't really like it that much. But coming from that, this is really an upgrade. I mean, I would say these are maybe 50% better, at least to me, just comparison to the previous one.
Price point compared to the EULA, I feel like you're getting the same as a EULA, but you get more spin and more control for that price. I get a lot of dead spots in my EULA.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like there's going to be a lot of quotes online. You could get at least 20% off, 10, 15% off, something like that. So it probably will bring the paddle down to $150, $160. I mean, it's still a very good price for the paddle.
100%. You're right.
So I personally, based on my first impression, I liked it. I probably would recommend it. What do you think, based on the first impression?
First impression out of the box, super easy to get adjusted to. I would definitely recommend it for the price point too.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
I just got finished playing. I had maybe 5 games with the Vapor. I did 3 with the Pegasus. I started with the Pegasus, and the first thing I noticed was the pop. It's definitely a more poppy paddle compared. It still has a lot of soft dwell time to it. I didn't have any issues, but I did, when I switched to the Vapor, feel like, oh, I was surprised how much pop that paddle had. The Vapor I actually ended up sticking with because I felt like it made me, it's being a softer paddle, it forced me to hit more diligently or deliberately. So I had to hit shots that I was really intentional about. And so overall, this was the paddle that I decided I wanted to stick with. And I'm going to play with it for maybe a couple more rounds at least and see if it doesn't replace what I've been playing with up to this point. I actually think it's that much of a contender for me that I might switch paddles entirely. I haven't played with the Hurache-X yet, so that is typically the style that I do play with, the elongated. So I'm going to give that one a shot as well and see how that one plays.
And Benny, I know you've been playing with the Eula Agassi paddle, the 16 millimeter. How would you compare? Is this worth it? What do you think? Out of the box.
Yeah, that is what I'm playing. So spoiler alert, that's what I would be switching from if I went to the Vapor. I felt like the feel was very similar. It has a nice dwell time. It has a nice soft touch. The only thing that's different about this one, honestly, that I think would take a little bit of getting used to is the hybrid shape. Being a little bit smaller than the Agassi, I couldn't count on it to get those long reaches. I actually had to move my feet a little bit. But again, I felt like I was hitting more deliberate shots because I can't count on having that extra surface area. If I was to purchase this one, it would be price point. Obviously, if I can get the same play that I'm getting with the Agassi for 70, 80 bucks cheaper, then that would, to me, be a no-brainer. As you wear through these things, that money racks up. So I'm going to give this at least another month. I honestly am very happy with this paddle and see if it does become my go-to paddle. So.
Well, again, thanks Pickle Rage for letting us shoot some camera today. Shout out to Freddie and Hannah for being in the video and helping us get a feel for the paddle on these first impression videos. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to our channel. Peace out, guys.